lowdown on it, okay? So it was Valentine's Day, and so she had never been on a private jet. By the way, just so we're clear, you just pay for the private jet, okay? You don't pay per ticket. Let's just get that clear. Second of all, we had never dealt with private jets before. So we got lost in Van Nuys. My sister was like nervous. And so what happened was we pulled over. She was freaking out a little bit. And, she was like, I don't know if I should even go. Like, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Like, she was already like tripping up about the fact that she was going to go away with someone. She doesn't have a lot of friends because she keeps to herself mainly. So anyways, we showed up, and then the pilot greeted her, and she's like, okay, Kalli, go. And then she messaged me, and she was like, oh, the next day, she was like, oh, they're kind of like not nice to me. I'm like, what's happening? Like, my mom was over because we were watching her house with Mucky over there. And so we're like, oh, well, maybe stick it out. Maybe it's just like, new kind of things, whatever. Anyways, it progressively got worse. So they threw away her Balenciaga stuff that she bought, made fun of her that she asked what the price was on something. And honestly, it's just mean girl stuff. Like, you would think this happened in high school. It's so bizarre to me. So I've had issues with Jeffree Star in the past. Not even in the past, just at our Christmas party. We had a white elephant gift exchange, and he kept on stealing my gifts, which I don't know if he was trying to be funny or if he was just trying to be rude. But either way, it was rude. Like, Shane had brought some Louis Vuitton something, and I opened it, and I was like, oh my God, I love this so much. And then Jeffree stole it from me, and I was like, okay, this is weird. Like, it's supposed to be funny, it's supposed to be fun, but, like, it almost felt vindictive because he stole my last, 4 gifts. And I'm like, okay, this is just kind of weird now. Like, you're just, trying to be the center of attention. And, it's just so gross. Anyways, he was just wanting to be the center of attention. My pupils are always big. Everyone always comments on my pupils. I don't know why. But anyways, so drops her off on the jet, and then she's like, is there any way they can pick me up in LAX? Because, I want to come home. And so I was like, okay, I'll pick you up, no problem. And then she told me on the way home, and she was just distraught, and I just felt so bad. Like, who walks in front of someone if you invite them on a trip? It's so gross to me. Like, oh my God. Okay, Regina George, calm down. Calm the fuck down. Tabby, I know you were right. Anyways, it's just insane to me. I just don't understand why people are so mean. So, that happened, but I had also dealt with, hair by whatever his name is. I'm not even gonna give him clout, because honestly, he does not deserve it. He is a nobody. He does hair for a living. I used to do hair for a living. I used to do Playboy bunny girls' hair for a living. I would never, ever treat my clients the way that he did. That is so, oh my God, that is so unprofessional. I would never. I've done Crystal's hair. I've done so many people's hair, so many bunnies' hair. And guess what? I would never treat them like that. I would never make their assistants go get coffee for me. That is unprofessional. Are you kidding? You get in, you do your job, and you leave. Okay? They're not your friends. They're hiring you. That's the whole thing. And that is on period. I didn't see his tweets because I don't give a shit. I don't think that he's a good person. Regardless, if he says that he didn't instigate it, he absolutely was involved in the Vegas trip. Absolutely involved in that entire thing. Embarrassed my sister and completely dehumanized her. And that's not okay. So, you never trust anyone whose name starts with a J. You know what I'm saying, baby? Honestly, you just cannot. Shane was not involved in Vegas. Shane was involved in Vegas when he didn't comment on that. And silence speaks volumes. And that's why he was involved in it. If you have a platform and you don't speak up for the people that you love, like, that's kind of shady. Super shady. I'm really bummed about Shane. I love him. I loved him. And, like, I just can't really support him if he's not going to be a decent human being at this point. So, that's my, like, biggest thing. Like, hey, that's fine. It's not your place. But at the same time, be like, hey, you know what? That's not right. You can say it's not right of someone and not cancel that person. Do you understand? It's just like if I had a best friend and a friend of theirs were like, oh, well, I don't like Kalli. I would expect my best friend to be like, hey, by the way, I don't agree with what you say. Could you just stop talking shit about her? It doesn't take that much effort to do that. So, but it's just really shitty. I'm trying to read all of the messages, but no, my last name is not Paytas. Thank you, Maddie. My last name is Metz. For all of you that don't know, I am Trisha's half-sister. I worked for her as an assistant. I still do stuff here and there for her. But yeah, YouTubers sometimes are really shady people. Like, just don't no, you should wear a mask for sure. For sure. Here's the thing too that I don't understand. It's like, Shane was off the grid for a while, right? Because he had his own kind of a thing. My sister came to his defense. No, he didn't request it. She just did it because that's what friends do. And people are like, well, she shouldn't expect Shane to come to her defense. No, you're absolutely correct. But, like, if you saw someone struggling and wanted to help your friend out, wouldn't you? I mean, come on, that's like common courtesy, common sense. Honestly, I'm so happy that Moses and Trisha are engaged. I'm so excited. I'm very, very happy for them. I don't really know what happened with the whole Gabby Shane situation. I would love to comment on that, but I don't know that much information about it. So, I don't know. And here's the thing too. I don't talk about shit like this because I don't want to upset my sister. But at the same time, I don't see any of her friends coming to her defense. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to do it. I don't give a shit. Like, because they've treated me poorly. Go get me a Red Bull. Go get me a coffee. Like, I'm not your assistant. I'm my sister's assistant. And the audacity. I'm sorry. But, like, treat me with, like, human decency. Are you kidding me? Get me a coffee. Bitch, you're getting paid. You're on the payroll, honey. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Just stop. Just stop. And I don't expect respect. No, I do expect respect because I'm a human. I think a thank you is like normal. Like if you go to a restaurant and you get served your waters or Diet Cokes or whatever you get, you say thank you to the waitress. And I've been in the service industry for many years. 7 years. Over 7 years. If I ever went on a date with someone who didn't say thank you to the waitress, bye. Bye. Not a good person. Not a good person. So, the fact that they treat these people with, like, very little decency it's just so gross. Ugh, so gross. So, that's why I wanted to hop on here real quick. Because I know these little YouTubers are gonna like say, oh, that's not what happened, that's not what I meant. It's like, no, honey, but it's like your everyday to day life. It's your day-to-day living on how you treat people. If you're not nice to people who even serve you, are you a nice person? Ask yourself that. Seriously. Like, I would never, ever want them in my life. So. And I know, so here's the thing. I know that my sister has been problematic in the past, but you know what? Like I commented to someone on my recent post, like, hey, my sister only allows you what she wants you to see. Okay? So being problematic is almost on brand for her. However, she's not like that in person. If you walk up to her and ask for a picture, guess what? Even if you're a hater, she's like, yes, let's take a picture. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you so much for watching me, blah, blah, blah. She's not a bad person. So, it's just not we were born, she was born in California, I was born in Illinois, but we were both raised in Illinois. So we have the small town, like, mentality. Oh my God, my girlfriend is watching me on live. That's so funny. Hi, Kalli. Anyways. Lucky's having a bad dream. Sorry, I know you guys were watching for the drama, but it's okay, babies. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, honestly, I have a lot of people's secrets. And I don't share them because, you know, I respect and support my sister. So, I know shit about Jason. I know shit about David. I know shit about Jeffrey. I know shit about everyone that has contacted my sister or has been in my sister's presence. Okay? I can't spill the tea. Unless my sister talks out first, I will always be loyal to her. And that is what family is all about. Signed, noted, sent. Like, honestly. So yeah. I mean, honestly, like, I'm not gonna answer the stupid Shane questions. That's dumb. I'm not gonna do it. But it really upset me that people were like, oh, my sister she was on something and that's why we were making fun of her. I'm like, no, she wasn't. She's a nervous wreck. She doesn't hang out with anybody because she doesn't think that anyone likes her. Imagine that. Imagine being invited on this exclusive trip with one of the biggest YouTubers and having that mindset behind it. Like, okay, I have to like really be like a personable person, and then they're just making fun of you in front of their faces. It's almost like, this is what she said verbatim. It's almost like they invited me to make fun of me. Could you imagine you're that person? How fucking disgusting is that? How disgusting is that? It's like, have you ever seen that movie Dinner for Schmucks, where they invite like grotesque people so then other people can make fun of them? That's essentially what she thought that she was on. And I said, you know what? Come home. Fuck them. Come home. You don't deserve that. So honestly, be careful of who you're like, I'm a fan of this, that, and the other. Yes, he makes great eyeshadow palettes. But he's not a good person. He's just really, really not good. But anyways, yeah, that's why I came on here. I wanted to be careful of the company that you keep, for sure. My sister is thriving. You know, I'm very proud of her. I'm really, really proud of her. Thank you, Tabby. Of what she's accomplished this year and like her establishing real relationships. Because I love Moses. And I love Ethan. I've never met him, but I love the fact that he is willing to stand up for his family, because truly Ethan and Trisha are going to be family members at the end of the day. And the fact that Ethan not only will call her out though sometimes, but to her face during the podcast, but will also be like, hey, this is not okay. You cannot treat this human being like this. That's another thing. I wanted to talk about Ryland. I love Ryland, but the fact that he had him on twice on the podcast, baby, you thirsty. There's a Dr. Pepper in the fridge, honey. And I don't understand if they're like just using him and then like they don't want to get on his bad side or what. But like, come on, give me a break.